Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I'm going to jump right into a Divine Masculine reading here because I see a Divine Masculine that's struggling with jealousy and they're very possessive of you, Divine Feminine. And it's one of those tower moments that they're going through. There might be a lot of changes happening as well in their life because of their feelings for you, the way that your energy or the way that you came into their life, it's now affecting them on all different kinds of levels. They find themselves changing. They find themselves feeling very lovesick. In Trinidad, we say tabanca. They have tabanca, meaning like can't eat, can't sleep, constantly fixated on this divine feminine. Now, if a lot of you are still involved in other relationships, or maybe this twin flame connection between you two may be very new, or you might be like maybe like a year or two onto the journey and there's this whole push and pull thing. And I like what I'm seeing is that like if there are divine masculines that are tuned in, you have to allow this divine feminine to exit her karmic situations naturally or on her own terms, because like what I'm seeing is that you two are very passionate about each other, but then when you exchange either like words, conversations, feelings about each other, the fact that you may have to go back to another situation, divine feminine, it really triggers this masculine. So they may be single, or they may be in another situation where they think that it should be obvious to you that they're not invested in this situation as much as they are you. But it's almost like the divine feminine is seeing it as, well, we're both in different situations. But there's this sense of pride that I'm getting from this masculine where like it really bothers them that you spend time with someone else. And it may not even be like that, divine feminine. A lot of you are in situations where you're being called to remain right where you are for the sake of your children, or learning lessons around how to navigate that path for the highest good. And it's taking some time, but it's making this divine masculine feel really frustrated, or I feel like they're struggling with those types of feelings like jealousy and just kind of isolating themselves, maybe drinking, I want to say, or maybe even going back to drinking because they feel like the union part of the connection is taking too long. Because I've been picking up on that a lot, where many of them want a physical meeting with you, or they want to be physical with you, near you, but they feel like that's taking too long. Okay, so oh, are you gonna get a divorce? So that's where that anxiousness is coming from. So that's why they're maybe struggling as well with jealousy. They want you to be single. They don't want you to be with anybody else, but it's complicated because it's just complicated. And you can help that situation, divine feminine, but maybe they're waiting around for this, and they've always been waiting around for this, some way, shape, or form. Okay, so that's definitely for those of you who are married. I'll put this down for now. Let's get a message about the divine feminine's best course of action with this energy. So we have the Prince of Summer, the Knight of Cups, romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during an emotional experience. I mean, maybe you are divine feminine. You could be going through this, but it's taking a long time, or you might find yourself not really dragging your feet, but it's like you just want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. And the more you stand in your power and go at your own pace and, do your own thing, it is, making this person fall even more in love with you, because it's an attractive energy to watch you pour into your own self, find that complete balance. And they're very attracted to you because I feel like if they are your true counterpart, there's going to be something about your energy that always makes them come back. And right now they don't really care about learning about this journey. They just care about, being next to you. They want to romance you. They want to, like it says captivating on here. I feel like they want to appear as captivating to you because they want you to want them in the way that is like this very possessive kind of energy too. Like they want to know you feel that about them. Okay. Let's go ahead and get another message around this energy. What else does this divine masculine want you to know if you're tuned in, divine feminine? Okay, so I drink a lot with this karmic to cope with our separation. So if they are in a karmic situation, most of the time, when I really try to dissect it and I talk to my guides about it, it's almost like my guides point out the obvious things as to why it is we stay in karmic situations. A lot of the times I feel like it is learned patterns that need to be unlearned, like codependency, allowing money to be a factor in your life so much to the point where you need to depend on another person or stay stuck in a situation. So they may drink a lot to cope with maybe the life lesson that they would need to take more accountability in their life. So, get another job or just take the risk and work harder in order to secure your independence. So that might be life lessons that they may be avoiding, and they drink in order to kind of deal with that. And this message here says, my family knows about you, my mom and dad. If it's not mom and dad, it's definitely someone who is very close to them, someone that they trust. And I feel like these people know about you at this time, divine feminine, because of maybe people around them notice that there's something up with them or something wrong. The closest people to you know you so well, right? So it may be like mom and dad or someone very close to them who, has this type of energy of providing wise counsel to them. They notice something's up, and so they're having to be honest about why it is they're kind of not themselves lately and what's really kind of going on and stressing them out. And I feel like with this Knight of Cups card here, they're being honest to come out and say, like, I've fallen in love with someone. I've been swept off my feet. I know I've been in this karmic situation for X amount of time, but something's different. Something's changed. I can't stop thinking about someone, or I've had a certain type of epiphany or spiritual experience, and now this person is like taking up the majority of space in my head, and I don't know what to do about it. So, they may be sharing this connection as well with other people just to get some insights. Let's get a card on what the universe wants the masculine collective to know right now. Oh, there's a card in there. Sorry, guys. It's from a different deck. Let's go here. Okay, so I see the Justice card come out. Okay, so it says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. I feel like the divine feminine and masculine are maybe mirroring each other in this situation, because as much as they're worried about when you're going to get a divorce, I feel like they should be worrying about how to exit certain types of karmic situations that they're in. And the divine feminine just seems to kind of point out this lesson in their life. You may have even told them these types of things, a divine feminine, or you've had these direct types of conversations with your masculine before. And don't, you got ghosted, bad, but you speak your truth, And I feel like the Justice card is coming up here because it's almost like the masculines are under some type of, judgment as well. I'm also hearing with this card. But that judgment is, kind of what's pushing them in the direction of taking care of themselves before they worry too much about what the divine feminine is doing. Because, like I said, many of the divine feminines, you guys are in your strength, you're in your power. If you make a decision, you know exactly why it is you're doing what you're doing. And it's a little triggering to your masculine that you're so sure of yourself, because it pushes them to want to be sure about themselves too, which kind of brings up a lot of the things that they should be working on rather than being so focused on what it is you're up to all the time. Okay, but there is passion as well that I am sensing. So Why is the masculine so fixated on you? Okay, we had the Emperor fall right out. And that's the message I was talking about earlier, where I was saying that you two are mirroring each other. And in order to get into this Emperor energy, I feel like they would need to, maybe somehow embody that lesson themselves. Like many of you may not even, realize it at times, but it's like your divine masculines are seriously like obsessed with you. Like they feel that energy, and that is just part of their experience, like the way they experience the connection. Many of them are many of them are very good at hiding how it is they feel emotionally, and sometimes it might be really awkward because like they feel so much obsession and love with you that it may come off as like very sexual, very like inappropriately sexual even. But that's how, you kind of know that you make them fall all over themselves, and that there's certain areas of their life where they need grounding. They need grounding, and a way for them to practice that grounding is by these little lessons that they encounter with like the karmic partners, for example, standing up for themselves, making healthier choices for their mental health, their physical health. And that would be the Emperor energy, embodying that. And I think that you are the Empress when you go at your own pace, Divine Feminine. And as triggering as it is to watch you do that, the triggers that your masculine's going through is it's turning them into this Emperor, or they're wanting to go after this type of Emperor energy. Okay, let's see what else comes up around this Emperor card in regards to the Divine Feminine. Okay, that's way too many. So I'm going to keep what came face up, which was the Six of Pentacles, and we had the Knight of Cups. Okay, I think we had the Knight of Cups come up twice, so they're definitely feeling very passionate about the connection, very romantic about the connection, always keeping an eye on you as well, Divine Feminine. But, it's like she's not bothered here. He might be in the background calling out to her. But I feel like many of you are, just taking your time. Maybe enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying being free from feeling like you need to be in a connection. And I think maybe that had a lot to do with some of your healing on the journey, which was, maybe codependent in a sense, where you realized there was a lot on your plate. You were longing to be with your masculine constantly. You two were ghosting each other in and out, but you weren't taking care of business, which was, let's take care of the relationships that we're both currently in first, and then give this a shot. And I think that's where many twin flames, come to that realization of somebody's got to do something in order to stop these cycles. And usually that's when communication cuts and you two, go on your own individual paths to making yourselves available to each other in the right way, in a way that speaks of your character and integrity. And just, I feel like many of the Divine Feminines have really pushed themselves when it came to that lesson. And you guys are not engaging. You really are taking your time to sort through this whole twin flame experience, and it's very sexy, like so much to the point where the Knight of Cups comes out twice. Like they want to express how they feel about you. They want to romance you. They want to tell you that you're everything that they desire and more. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the Romance Angel Oracle. What does your Divine Masculine want you to know at this time when it comes to pursuing the connection? Okay, so make the effort. So they will communicate, guys. I've been getting communication a lot. I keep seeing 717 as well everywhere. It's driving me insane. I'm talking about on billboards, on buses, phone numbers everywhere. The phone number doesn't even have to be on my phone. It's like literally, just driving by and I will see ads everywhere, signs everywhere. It's intense, but I feel like for many of you, this is just a time where your masculines are ready to reach out and make some type of effort to communicate, because they can't deny that this love is part of this experience. Like you can't put it in a box and put it away. You know what I mean? You can't turn off the switch on this twin flame journey. And many of you, maybe somehow need to be reminded of that again. The reason I think I say that too is because maybe your counterpart or your masculine is trying to make that effort to reach out. But you see in this card here with the Six of Pentacles, this might be a divine feminine who you might be just indulging a lot, like completely kind of blocking out the connection, where even if your divine masculine is making an effort to come forward, what I'm getting is you may not notice with this card. You may not notice that they're trying to reach out, but they're obviously sending you signs, but you're not reacting in the same way. Maybe you're, and they no, maybe not, I just feel like maybe they think that, like, is her intuition off somehow? Like, is she not, sensing this as me? But in previous readings, I've mentioned that they're reaching out from fake accounts and things like that, right? And maybe you know that they're doing that, but you're just not engaging the way that you used to, because I feel like you just, maybe don't have time for it. Maybe you are enjoying your life right now to the point where, the universe is giving you justice, divine feminine. You are, you're not meant to worry about anything right now. And that's your justice, because I think that you did give as much as you could give to this connection. And now the tables are turned where your divine masculine is being called to make those same efforts. What else are these two going to experience on the journey? Okay, so separation is definitely on the horizon, okay? And it's because I feel that they have to make the effort. Otherwise, the separation will continue. Okay, so time apart from your partner is on the horizon. In the past, many of the divine feminines would initiate that communication. We would get into that Queen of Cups energy and be all loving and forgiving and, kind of live in our own bubble at times. Maybe conjuring up what the right thing to do is and then reach out, when really I feel like the separation, that's what's going to kind of push the masculine to really make the effort here, is when, the separation takes a toll to the point where it makes them reflect, because now there's no interference from the divine feminine's energy to reconcile. Because again, she's kind of spoiling herself right now. Maybe the universe is distracting her with money, an abundance of money, giving her stuff to do. And she's, kind of getting so excited to the point where, she doesn't really have time to be distracted maybe by a lot of this possessive energy. And, the masculine kind of like asking, like, when are you going to speed this up? She's like, I'm just going to go at my own pace. And it's putting them into a place where they're, wanting to definitely express their love to you and come forward, but maybe they have a long journey ahead of them. I don't know. All right. I don't know whose reading this is, but I hope you guys enjoyed. All right. Take care, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.